for Music Generation Tipperary, and today is the bass episode of In Focus, and I'm joined here by Deirdre on the bass. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Great. So today we're going to go through a thing called the groove grid, and Deirdre is going to show us how it's done then on the bass. So before we start that, we'll just have a little chat. So how long have you been playing the bass?
I've been playing the bass about a year now. I started with Music Generation.
It was the Clonmel Rocks project, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I was actually the bass tutor on that, and I picked you out to play it. We didn't have a bass player for that band, so I kind of made you play the bass, didn't I?
Yeah.
And what were your initial thoughts when I was telling you had to be the bass player? Did you know what the bass was even?
Not really. Like I knew it to see, but I wasn't able to play it at all.
And you never picked up a bass before?
No.
And I gave you like one of these ones. So this is a full-scale bass. It's 34 inches. So I gave you one of these for Clonmel Rocks, one of my spare ones. But you're after getting your own one since it's a short scale. So how do you find that?
Yeah, I think it's a bit better because it's easier for my hands to play it, I think.
Yeah, there's another one there behind you. So yeah, they're like 4 inches smaller, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you pick them up, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Cool. So we'll start off. So today we're talking about this thing called the groove grid. So you'll see it up on the screen. So basically, it just is a picture, a diagram that represents a bar of music. So the high bars are the downbeats, and then the smaller bars are the other beats, so the ands of the bar, and the small bars are the 16th notes, okay? So we're going to drop a note on certain bars on the grid to make our own groove, are we?
Yeah.
We were going over this before, so we did a bit of preparation, but we're going to jam it out a bit as well. So we're going to call this the funk formula. It's kind of like a Bootsy Collins thing. I don't know if you've ever heard of Bootsy Collins. He wears these like star sunglasses, and his bass is a star. He's a really cool guy. So basically, we want you to put the root note of the song on the first beat of every bar, and then we're going to put another note on the and of 3 and the and of 4. So first, we're going to pick a scale to use for our notes. So we're going to do the A minor pentatonic scale. So that scale goes A, C, D, E, A, G, and A. So okay, so and a pentatonic means 5. So penta means 5. So Deirdre, do you want to try do that scale for me? Yeah, and you can go back down it as well. Perfect, yeah, and Deirdre did the fingering perfect as well, so she was using her first finger on the A note, the 5th fret of the E string, and her pinky on the C, which is the 8th note of the E string, and then straight up it. So the groove will kind of sound like this generally, so always on the first beat of the bar, you have to hit the root note, which is A, that note. And for the and of 3 and the and of 4, you can play any note you want in the scale. So I'll just do a quick demonstration. So it would be like and 2 and 3. Okay, so does that concept kind of make sense?
Yeah.
Sure, give us a little idea. Have you an idea what you'll play? Basically, you're not supposed to really overthink it. You just kind of feel it. And it's just a really cool way of making your own grooves, because you could write different rhythms that you want to play to make up your own thing. Yeah, that's it, exactly. So are you confident to go with the backing track? Give it a go.
Yeah, I'll try it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
did that feel?
Yeah, good.
So you did something cool there that I didn't actually show you how to do. So you were using like the lower notes of the scale. So the G is here, but you used the low G and the low E. So that was really good. So I should have mentioned that earlier. So you can use the lower notes of the scale to add to your groove. So yeah, you have a really good rhythm. Like you were like really in time with the backing beats. So you must come from a musical family, do you?
Kind of.
How many musicians are there in the family?
Like my granduncles play the guitar.
And did they show you things when you were growing up, some guitar
When I
riffs
was
and
younger,
things?
yeah, I got lessons.
Very good. And what about your sister plays guitar as well, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
Would you make a band yourselves?
Sometimes we play, but not all the time.
Okay. And what about the Clonmel Rocks band? We were called Broken Cogs.
Yeah.
Any plans for that in the future?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there'll be something.
Well, to do a gig would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
You've
it'd be
actually
good.
never met and played in person. You've
Yeah,
only
no, we haven't.
done it through Zoom. And cool. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at some more groove grid stuff so that we can make a fill, okay? So now we're going to do our fills on the 3 and the 4 and of the grid. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we're going to use this these 4-note patterns. So we're still in our A minor pentatonic, but we're going to do 4-note patterns in the pentatonic. So that means we go up 4 notes at a time. So you start on the first note of A minor, and then we go to the second note of A minor, which is C, and up again, and again, then back down. So they'll be our fills, so they'll be like 3 and 4 and anytime we want to fill. So do you want to demonstrate that for us? Yeah, so we're generally just fine. We're just using this groove grid concept and a scale to come up with musical ideas, but they're not too rigid. You can kind of, you're not really overthinking it when you're playing.
No, yeah.
It's just whatever comes out. So that's the best way to play music, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's try do the groove and the fills together over the backing track and see what that sounds like. So if you can.
1, 2, 3, 4, hit it!
Nice one. So how did that one feel?
Yeah, okay.
You could apply this, the groove grid to, it's kind of just fun exercise, isn't it? You could have the sheet out and you could just write with a pen where the notes you think should go and you can just see what comes out. So we were doing the writing sessions, weren't we, for Clonmel Rocks?
Yeah.
With Broken Cogs. How did that go at writing music through Zoom?
Yeah, it was a bit harder, but it was good.
And I remember you wrote one song, I can't remember how it went, and you wrote like a cool bass line, so
Yeah.
could you demonstrate that for us?
Yeah.
Cool. And when you were writing the bass line, were you thinking about what intervals you were going to use, or did you just use your ear and decide what you thought was the coolest thing for the
Yeah,
song?
I kind of just used my ear and then changed it if it didn't sound good.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to write a bass line. They say you should write a bass line without the bass in your hands, so you should put down the bass and listen to what's going on. So let's analyze what you were doing. So what was the first note? F, was it?
Yeah.
So it's F minor. And you went. So you went from the root of the chord
Yeah.
to the minor third. And then the next part of the bass line. That's C minor. And
Yeah.
you went root to the minor third.
Yeah.
That's B flat minor. And you
Yeah.
did the minor third again. And
Yeah.
then I think you did something different in the last chord.
Yeah, I did. I just went
So that, okay, so you threw in a ninth, you're getting very fancy. That's cool, so cool. What was the next bit? Messing it up. Nice one. Right, sure, play that out there. That's deadly. I'll try put the chords on it. So you kind of nearly finished the song, didn't you? We had lyrics and everything. So
Yeah.
it'd be great if we could actually record it. It was
Yeah, it'd be really cool.
kind of sounded like Evanescence or something when I had the singing on it. Let's try do a loop, will we, with that? I wasn't planning to do this now, and doing loops live is often a disaster. But we'll try it, will we?
Yeah.
Okay, you hold down the bass line, and I'll try put the chords over it with the loop. Cool. So yeah, that was just jamming out. So that was kind of the way it's going to go, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, there probably won't be a bass solo, but there'll be a guitar solo, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Grand. So great. Well, I really appreciate you coming on. That was class. I think people probably learned a lot there. Like
Yeah.
they can apply that themselves. So I forgot to ask you, any bass players that you like that kind of influence your playing?
I like Paul McCartney.
Yeah, he's class. I like his bass playing as well. And he plays a short scale too, like. So.
Yeah, he's cool.
But he's very melodic kind of bass player.
Yeah.
'Cause, he doesn't actually, I don't think he even knows the notes on the bass. He just does everything by ear. So yeah, I've been Stephen for In Focus, and thanks a lot for Deirdre coming in.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
kind of showing me up, because I made a few mistakes there. So you didn't make any mistakes, so that's good. So yeah, thanks for coming on this week, and I'm sure we're just going to jam it out over the backing track that we were messing around with, and I'm sure we'll see you soon.
Yeah.